Hi guys, today we're going to be going to San Antonio, Texas. So now we're going to the Japanese tea garden, although it says Chinese, but that's what it says. So you have to go up a lot of these stone steps in order to get to the main level, which is up here. It's kind of a rest area since this tea garden is really big. There's also a small restaurant here if you need to eat something. You also get a good view of this little water area here. And as you see, there's another path down there. There's all these koi fish too. So this is the entire tea garden, although there's more to it. Now here's the restaurant, which is also a store. Natania here has some umbrellas. So this is the stone stairway to get down to the path. So right now we're just going down with Natania. So we followed the path down and we also got to this bridge, which we're crossing right now. This is the view from the bridge. There's a lot of gardens here, as the name suggests. I mean, look at how big it is. We found this forking bridge, which I call it that because there's two ways to get to this bridge. Now we're going across the bridge, which also has a really good view of the lake. Going down these steps to go to another pathway. And look at all these roots. There's also this cool waterfall in the tea garden. And I'm sitting on a bridge right now. Here's another view of the lake. Now we're gonna go up these stone steps in order to get to a higher pathway. So here's the higher pathway, which has an even better view of the lake. We also found some turtles on the island. Now we're going back down. Look at this giant, enormous tea garden. That's what it looks like from, I guess, a kind of a bird's eye view. So now we're going to the restaurant and store in order to buy some drinks. Look at all the koi fish up there. There's ice creams, drinks, water, whatever you can really think. There's also a lot of trinkets. Here's another umbrella. So now we're going to be going to Legoland. So the Legoland in San Antonio is inside a mall on level A. Not 8, level A. When you see the Legoland sign, go inside the parking lot which the sign is pinned onto. You find level A on that level and also the mall. But look at these buildings. This building is the Grand Hyatt. So we're going inside the mall, which has this giant dinosaur that moves around. Here's LEGOLAND San Antonio and LEGOLAND Discovery Center. They're right next to each other, so they have the same lines. Look at this little aquarium by the Sea Life Center. So following the instructions on the pin pad, we got our tickets. Look at this Lego shark. So we're on the elevator to Legoland, which is on the 4th floor. So now we're entering Legoland. So we followed the green footsteps over here. And there's also this jester, a giant minifigure the size of Natania. And here is MINILAND. This is like where you get some kind of stamp, but I don't know how. So this is what San Antonio looks like if there was snow everywhere. Although this is only part of San Antonio. And this is also where the Japanese tea garden is. And here's the waterfall and all the bridges. Here is downtown San Antonio. And the Tower of the Americas is also here. So if you want to visit San Antonio, downtown, you better visit this place. And it looks even better at night. This is the Tower of the Americas. And it spins, but very slowly, only 1 rotation per hour. The Riverwalk and other places are also here. There's also these buttons you can press that make different things happen. Don't you think it looks great at night? I mean, there's the Marriott building, Jury Hotels, and the Hyatt building. This looks so cool. And the sirens on these vehicles actually work. This looks like a church. And look at the giant courtyard. And Santa Claus is also in the air. So here's more of the Riverwalk. Don't you think this looks so cool? There's also this construction guy that's just digging a hole in the ground. A giant parade with a flying Santa Claus. Now this is the create section where you can build whatever you want. You can build cars, Technic, whatever. Right now we're in the earthquake area where you gotta build a tower that can survive the earthquake. And next to that is Lego Friends. You can build a lot of stuff in the city here. This place looks really nice, doesn't it? That's the build and test area back there where you build your own cars to try and race. Here is Natania racing with a bunch of other people. Now she's playing with Lego Friends. And there are a lot of them here. This is another test track which tests if your car can go flying. Right now, I'm building a car while Natania is also building one. There's this place where you can play, but only 1 to 5 years can play this. And then they can go down this little slide here. There's this little play area over here where children of all years can come. And it's really fun. You can really do anything you really want here. You can also just build whatever you want over here. And you can also go here, which has an exclusive ticket. If you don't have that exclusive ticket, then you cannot come. So it's really cool. Like, I saw a bunch of boats and cars that were racing each other. It was really cool. There's like this pirate ship and then a mummy being carried by skeletons. And I guess those are cars, I don't know. But they had wheels. This is a dragon car, which, I mean, we went through all kinds of terrain. Then like all these construction dudes were like, wait, and then they just started building a road right in front of us. I'm gonna let you see for yourself. Now here is a bit of a Merlin area where like you just gotta pedal, and the more you pedal, the higher you go. And the less you pedal, the lower you go. It doesn't cost anything, you just need admission, and it's also pretty short. Here is Kingdom Quest. Now it's the first ride you will see, but it's very crowded. Here you go into these little, I don't know what you call them, but I want to call them roller coaster cars. Then you get these little guns, and you gotta shoot trolls and skeletons and all sorts of things. You can shoot these if you want. So once you're ready, go shoot the trolls and skeletons! There's this giant troll here, and you're supposed to shoot the bats and spiders. Then here's the princess that's locked up. So you gotta shoot the rocks and spiders. Over here you gotta shoot even more spiders. Then you gotta shoot the skeletons over here. There's a lot of them. Here you can see a dwarf and a queen. More bats and spiders. And here you gotta shoot as much stuff as you can. And there's this golden egg here with a little tiny dragon inside. After that, the ride's over. There's also a movie area, which is 4D. So now we're in the movie, but I think the movies are random, so I'm gonna let you see your movie. So you can go inside this Lego Duplo lion, which was really cool. You can take pictures here. Well, now we're gonna go down the elevator. And now we're going to the Tower of the Americas, which you saw in the MINILAND. So here is Tower of the Americas entrance, which also serves as a bridge. It's bustling and very crowded, and it has a lot of lakes and waterfalls here. Here we are at one of them. So this is where you get your tickets, which is right here, or you can get them online. Once you're done, there's a gift shop, Build-A-Bear, and a 4D theater that can go to, but we're going up the elevator to the top of the tower. We're going on the observation deck because the restaurant and bar are only for reservations. You can look through these telescopes to see better, but they require 2 quarters, so you make sure you bring your change here. And the view is a lot better at night, but also even better at sunset. This is a 750-foot high tower, and it was built by architect O'Neill Ford. There's also a lower deck where you can see a bit better. but there's only 2 elevators, I think, so there's really long lines to go down and up. And this is what it looks like at night. So now we're driving to our hotel to get a bit of a nap. Our hotel, La Quinta, is next to a lot of stuff. So one last view ahead and we're gonna be going to sleep for the next morning. Now we're leaving La Quinta and we're gonna be going to the Riverwalk. But this is what the lobby looks like. And there's a nice looking pool. And they also have holiday decorations. They have free breakfast, a store, and you gotta make your own waffles. Now we're going to the Riverwalk, which is a very long trek. It's very big and it's a natural river. But the Riverwalk around the river is, man-made. So for like 12,000 years ago, this river existed because an underground lake was putting the water into this river. You can also get to the mall via this way, but you're gonna have to get somewhere to park. So right now I'm going up this bridge, which goes to this little island over here with a giant Christmas tree. And there's a statue. The woman is said to be Mother Nature, and the star that's on it is either the Star of Texas or a lone being. You can also get on little boats in order to cross this place. So we kept on walking around here. And saw another waterfall. I think these people like waterfalls. So we're going under here, which leads to one of the destinations we'll see later on. And here I am on the bridge. Now look at that little restaurant over there. It is said to be the first ever building to even be here. And anyways, the boats you see are called Go Rio boats. You have to go to somewhere called Go Rio, which opens at 10 a.m. in order to ride these and get your tickets. The boats are a bit like a water taxi. So we're looking at this cool monolith. Natania and I are also looking at these flowers. Now we're inside the boat, which can get really crowded. But they talk about history of the river, history of the buildings around it, facts about whatever you can think of. Look at this little bird under the bridge. The people driving these boats are usually people who know all about the place. Like, they know about the buildings, they know about the history of even some of the buildings. Sometimes they even just know some of the first buildings here. So people get in line to get on the boat over here near the Gorilla store. So the person on the boat was talking about a lot of different things here. Like the history of buildings, like what they were meant for, the people who owned them, or did something. It was really cool. You should see it for yourself. He had also talked about why the Alamo was called the Alamo. It was said that the Spanish had chopped down all the trees nearby in order to build the Alamo. So since there are no trees nearby, they planted cotton trees, which in Spanish was called Alamo. So that's why it was named the Alamo. On the right hand side here, we have the stage. Now, right above the stage, we have 5 bells. These bells do not represent the top. And you see that red and green building? That's the court, which you probably don't want to mess with. That tower you see is the Tower Life building, which is a 31-story building and a historical landmark. Everything here is really old or really new. Like these cypress trees are 500 years old. They can live up to 1,000 years. Here's this hospital that has the illusion that it's literally flat. It looks pretty convincing, doesn't it? It's called Nick's Medical Center. Now, passing through these other cypress trees, which I don't know how old they are, but they're probably really old. Once your boat tour ends, you should be back at where you started. So now we're in the outskirts of San Antonio, eating at a restaurant, and we're gonna be going home. On the way home, we stopped by this rest area which had a playground. So this is a rest area that we stopped by. Now we're going home. So I think that this is an awesome trip. Say what you think about it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.